Time to go back to weather. Cedric Haynes in the Storm Alert Center to give us a look at the weekend and beyond. Cedric.
Good evening, Greg. Yeah, we've got some great news for any of your weekend activities that you're going to be undertaking here as we go throughout your Saturday, Sunday, and even into your Monday. But first, let's talk about tonight. It's actually fairly nice out there. We've got fair conditions across the area. Temperatures not bad. We're in the 60s right now, but dew points are in the 50s. So that means the temperature will still drop as we go throughout tonight. So look for a nice, comfortable start to our Saturday. Right now, you can see it's 66 in Athens, in Cleveland, over towards Dalton, we're at 64, 62 in Fort Payne, 60 in Altamont. We've got 58 already in Murphy and 63 degrees currently in the Blue Ridge. Now, earlier today, it was actually a fairly decent day in terms of the temperature with a mix of clouds and sunshine. We had a high temperature from Sidney and Riceville of 76, 70 in Spring City. David and Rossville said 76 degrees. Lois and Jasper said 73. Now, Billy and Dunlap had about a half an inch of rainfall this morning. Also, Dan and Dayton had about 1.25 inches. I think that's from yesterday and this morning, but still some pretty good soakers still this morning in some spots. 80 degrees today from Doug and Delano. We had 0.7 of an inch of rain, and that was from this morning from Dave and Turtletown. John and Unaka had 78, and Brandon and Mineral Bluff had 74 degrees. Paul and Red Bank called in with 78 degrees today. Ronnie and East Brainerd 78. 70 degrees from Gwen on Lookout Mountain. Johnny Parks had 77 in Ringgold. Don and Trenton had 75, and Mont Eagle, we had 64 from Jeremy. Now, so take a look at the current setup. We've got our storm system that brought us the clouds and the moisture out there beginning to lift off towards the north and east. For us, we've got high pressure building in from the west, the big blue H. You know what we say about that high pressure. That's our friend. Now, we're going to be looking at that nice weather continuing to filter in as we go throughout this weekend. It's already beginning out there to dew points. Measure moisture in the air when these are in the 60s and 70s, a very juicy, muggy atmosphere out there. When you have dew points in the 50s, dropping into the 40s, a very dry and comfortable air mass, and that's what we're going to be dealing with by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. So we'll head down into the 50s area wide. I think mid to upper 50s fairly common, so a nice early morning start to the day. And then as we go throughout your Saturday, nice mix of sun and clouds, but overall temperatures warming right around 80 to 82 degrees at the most. For many of us will probably hang out in the 70s with those pleasant conditions and that lower humidity. In fact, your weekend planner day by day, Saturday pleasant highs in the lower 80s, Sunday just near perfect, I think, with highs in the mid 80s with lots of sunshine, low humidity. Don't forget that sunscreen, SPF 15 or greater, or you could burn in less than 15 minutes. Don't want to do that during this weekend. Highs near 90 though by Memorial Day with lots of sunshine. Now the jet stream that's bringing us the slight reprieve in the humidity and the heat to begin the weekend will begin to lift and retreat back to the north and west, so that heat that's building over the plain states will begin to shift to the east across the southeast by the middle of next week. That means our high temperatures are going to really start to ramp up. We're talking highs going from below normal to highs into the 90s as we go into the middle of next week. I have lower 90s. There are some indications we could see some mid 90s, which would be about 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. So it's going to be a change heading into next week. But you know what they say, Memorial Day, the unofficial start to summer. Well, it's going to feel like it heading into next week, because not only will the temperatures go up, the humidity going comfortable this weekend, but back into the humid range to not almost very muggy range by the time we get towards the middle of next week. Of course, that coincides with those 90s on the return. Here's your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. Lower 80s for your Saturday, but a beautiful Memorial Day weekend. But get ready. The heat and humidity returns in a big way as we head into next week. And also, we'll be waiting for maybe a small rain chance by the end of next week. Greg?